Hey there everybody, welcome back with Plat, Purplatypus name, and welcome to a very quick guide on my recommendations for the unit farming order in the new Dragon Quest V event. So, first level 1, first unit I recommend to farm. This is hopefully going to be quick. I'm just going to run through it, hopefully only a few minutes. But I'm going to recommend you farm Kron first. So Kron is one of the 2 brand new A units. You're going to get him for free, and the way you're going to do it is you are going to go here. Let me actually go back to if you go to adventure event, and then you're going to go to the Nightmare Tower. Nightmare, because he's a horse, you know, funny. You're going to go to very hard. I did not see any event quests to do this specific unit on any lower levels, so I do not think there was a reason to do hard or normal. You should probably go straight to very hard if you are able to clear it. If not, just do the hardest one you can. But you go to the top level, you come here, you take a look at enemy info. He is farmable and recruitable. So first, I'm going to recommend coming to this stage and doing this. You also are getting increased experience on this stage. So if for some reason you really want to use skip tickets to get experience, you can do that as well. Or, you know, try to use maybe a weaker team that is still able to clear it. Ideally, not something that's in the battle road. To get basically this unit, you know, you can get the extra experience, which is nice. But another nice thing about this farm while you're farming this unit is that you have a really high chance of the slime knights to appear. And as you get slime knights, that's one of the really cool things about this event is a lot of the systems are feeding into each other, right? You're farming Kron, and by farming Khan, not even Kron. By farming Khan, you get slime knights. By getting slime knights, you get to come here. By finding slime knights, you get to get these rewards right here, these rewards right here, these rewards right here, these rewards right here, these rewards right here. All right, obviously it's broken, but basically by fighting Kron, you do get the rewards for it's just because the day ticked over, and so it's a brand new day, and it's like doesn't know what the hell's going on. By farming Kron, you get the slime knights. By getting the slime knights, you are going to get the ability to fight the Mucifer guy, because by killing slime knights you get keys, and then by fighting Mucifer you get good rewards and you get orbs and shit like that. So it's good. So number 1 is gonna be Khan. I'm gonna keep calling him Kron because I don't fucking remember that shit. All right. And then after Khan, I know this is obviously I'm stalling, right? I'm not editing this. This video was gonna be 3 minutes long. It's gonna be 7 minutes long now. Let me into the game, please. And so after Khan, there's a second A unit, which his name is, I don't know, he's a beast with a sword and a shield, all right? I didn't have it all fucking memorized. I planned on reading it. All right, here we go. Thank you for the medium codex. Thank you for the free tickets. 6 tickets in 9 days is pretty good. I wish it was just a daily ticket always. I wish you always had a daily free summon on the generic banner. I think that's just a nice touch that isn't that valuable. But it would just feel good because generic banners are pretty bad at this point. All right, screw that, ignore. And so after you get that unit, you are going to come down to, and I do recommend going all the way to Awaken 5 on the A units, because they are just going to be very, very, very good units in the right content. A units have a lot of stuff. All right, then you're going to come to the Talon Tower and come to basement level 25. And you are going to farm up Slon. Khan and Slon. Slon is also a very good unit. You are getting Awakening Crystals. You can see he isn't farmable here necessarily, but you do get the same. This is the exact same thing as finding a dupe. I don't know why they did crystals on this and they didn't do crystals on the other. I actually prefer the crystals, assuming the drop rate is relatively the same, because it just is really minor. But if you're farming the stage 100 times, you don't get the extra dun 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 watch them showing up. You just get this in the normal loot screen, so you actually bypass like an extra 15 seconds per run. So this could actually save you a lot of time, oddly enough. So then I recommend farming Slon. And then after that, basically, you kind of get to go for what you want, but I'm going to recommend going over here to the battle road. You can see I'm still working on my priority list. I'm not there yet. But come over here and basically get all the units that you don't have yet for this battle road, because this is free EXP. This guy is a banner unit. You can't farm him. You might just get him anyway. I don't particularly like him, but he's fine. But you can see if you use Khan and you use the Wax Murderer, you can do 1, 2, 3. You can do a full team of 5 of brand new units without any gotcha. Just farmable brand new units. So I will recommend farming these guys up. I recommend getting 1 of each and awakening them so you could at least get them leveled up. But then I am going to recommend going typically from B down, because Bs are really hard to farm, and if they become farmable in the story later, it's going to be a shit, like totally shit rates, and they're not actually not bad here usually. I recommend going and farming these guys, but I am going to recommend only getting Awakening 4 on these units. Awakening 5 is a little too hardcore for units that are going to be way more niche than the A units. The A units can be used in probably most content as like pretty decent units, and so getting them Awakening 5 is good, and I think it's honestly worth the effort, and you're getting a lot of other things you need anyway in terms of gold and experience, yada yada yada. As for these units that are a little bit weaker, the extra 5% stats is usually not that big of a deal on weaker units. Mostly you want Awakening 4 because that's half the work. You do 50% of the grind, but you get, 4/5 of the, obviously, benefit. And it's even more than that, technically, I think, because what you really want is the resistances, which you get at Awakening 4, is you get the second resistance. I think it's 2 and 4 is you get the resistances. So that's pretty good. So go in order of these guys here. And honestly, that's going to be it. I don't think there's any other farmable. Oh, sorry. There is actually, there are some units that are farmable that aren't even here. One that I'll actually recommend getting. You should probably do get one of the battle road of each of the battle road things first. But a unit that I'm going to recommend you farm before to Awakening 4 before all those guys is, I think you're going to want to get, where the hell is he at? Is he a C rank? Where is he at? There's a new, we're just going to look up dragons. There's a new dragon. There's so many units now, I just get lost. This guy right here, this new B rank dragon. He is not currently in the battle road, unfortunately, but this guy is pretty lit. I think he's fantastic. He has a Sizzling Slash, which is not very good. All right, it is a Sizz physical, but it kind of sucks. But he has Party Boost, and he has Hellfire Slash. Hellfire Slash is very good. He has Party Boost, which is very good. He gets an additional movement on his Awakening. He gets potency on that. And overall, I looked at his max level thing. His stats get pretty high. Not, like, insane, but, like, very high, and a very good unit just to have in general. I do think this guy deserves Awakening, probably Awakening 5 if I'm being honest, but I would say start with Awakening 4, get all the units to 4 that you can, besides the A units, get those to 5 ASAP, and then start Awakening all these other things to 4, and then start prioritizing which of these you want to get to 5, and I think this guy definitely deserves, he's the first free-to-play Party Boost unit, right? Obviously the B unit, horse dude, seahorse guy is kind of free-to-play at this point, because he's, he's a B rank and gotcha. We all have a lot of these things. But the thing about the other guy is that this guy doesn't actually do shit for damage. Yeah, he has Chilly Breath, which kind of sucks, and he has Buff, which can be good. But if you're not going to use Buff, you're just going to use a guy with Party Boost. This guy not only is good with Party Boost, but he also could do some serious damage as well. So he's got more use in a party, like if you just boost a guy, or even just himself, like, right? I think he's just slightly better overall. And he's grindable in this event, and he looks cool. So I recommend that. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. That is the order I recommend grinding things. There might be a unit I forgot about. There's so many fucking units in this, man. So many units in this event, but that's basically what I'm going to recommend. Obviously, the A units, that guy I think is particularly good as well, the dragon. And then you also really want to get the most you can out of the battle road, because that's free experience. And it's also, by getting those units stronger, you are going to be getting those medals faster if you're running that, because that is a way to grind medals for 0 stamina. Anyway, friends, that's all for today. Thank you so much. Purplatypus is Purplatypus. I will see you next time.